Hey guys, this is Key to Speak, back again with another DIY video. I just want to thank you guys. I got a lot of positive feedback on my last video, and a lot of other people, were requesting to see what I did with the wiring for the fog. So I will be covering that today. We also have some goodies that came in. I got a new head unit that came in that I'll be putting in today. My LEDs came in. But most importantly, I'll be going over what I did for wiring on the video. So stay tuned. We're going to have a good episode today. These are my last fit LED bulbs that I'll be putting in today for my low beams and my fog lights. Now, this radio I got from actually another member in one of the Passat Facebook groups I'm in. Really cool dude. His name is Barry Thomas. I'll try to get his contact info in the description because he does have more radios, or he may have other options if you guys are looking for other options. And the LEDs I got from Last Fit, so I will have the link to that website in the description also. Alright guys, so in order to get to the fog light bulbs from the fender liner, you're going to want to remove these 3 T25 Torx screws, which I did here. I recommend turning the wheel to give you as much room to work with as possible. Once you remove these 3 screws, you can just push the fender liner to the side and you should have direct access. Reach your hand in there and you turn the bulb counterclockwise. Now again, super shout out to Last Fit LED on the bulbs. The bulbs are direct swaps, no modification needed or anything like that. One thing I would advise though, pay attention on the connector for the bulbs. There's a plus and minus, so one side is power, one side is ground, so make sure when you're connecting the connector that you connect it correctly, because on the OEM halogen bulbs you can only put in the connector one way. So when you're putting the Last Fit ones, make sure you see which side is power and which side is ground. Alright guys, so for the headlights, it is a tighter space to work with. So what you're going to want to do is there's a rubber dust cap on the back of the headlight that you just want to remove, and that'll give you access to the bulb directly. Now you can work in the engine bay, or there's a door in the fender liner that you can work off of. But once you remove the dust cap, what you want to do is stick your hand in there and turn the bulb counterclockwise again, and it should come straight out. Then with the Last Fit LED bulbs, same thing with the fogs, they're direct swap, no modification needed, just put it in there and twist it clockwise until it clicks. So I actually ran into a hiccup installing the LED low beams because I couldn't get the contacts to twist all the way in. And I'm thinking maybe it's just a tight space, so I took the headlight out to take a look at it, and then I also went on Last Fit's website. Come to find out, I need a special retainer clip because my original halogen bulbs have like a special clip that holds them in place. But this is good, so that way you guys will know exactly what you need. You can learn from my mistake. But I'm gonna take this opportunity while I have the headlight out to go ahead and show you guys the wiring harness I have for the fog lights and explain to you how I have it set up. So this is my harness right here. It's just dangling right now because, like I said, I got the headlight out, but I figured I'd take the time to show you guys. I got the harness on eBay. It was like 30 bucks. It came with the headlight switch. So as you can see, it already has the H8 connectors, just power ground to each bulb. These are the LED bulbs. I ran the other side behind the bumper, behind this grill right here, all the way to the other side. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it down there. You probably won't, but it's the same setup. Anyways, this is just a basic relay and fuse harness. I'm getting power from the fuse box. I have power coming from the fuse box. I grounded it in the fuse box also, but I had some issues in getting power out of the fuse box, which is why I just inevitably, ended up grounding it somewhere else. As you can see, I'm getting power here. Same place that my subs are hooked up at. Like I said, I had it grounded in here too, but I was having issues getting power. So I ended up grounding it right here actually. This is where my my headlights bolt in. And I know you guys are like, well, that's not bare metal, you know, it's covered in paint or whatever, but I was using a power probe and I was just, you know, testing spots around the engine bay for grounds, and that tested for a good ground. So I was like, you know, why not plug it in there? So, you know, this is the relay, fuse is right here. Then I have the trigger wire in here, routed in there, and if I pull this back, now you're gonna have to take this battery out, you have to take the battery tray out, you have to pull this back a little bit, but there's a little hole in the firewall that goes into your car underneath where your pedals are, and I just fed the ground wire in there. All right, first things first, guys, we're gonna want to remove this right here. So what we're gonna do is just open it. It has 2 tabs on each side. Now it's a little hard to pinch with your fingers. You can use like a little screwdriver or pry tool or whatever, which is what I do. So just gonna pry that side and pry this side. Then, you know, it drops down, and from there you can just take it off. Then next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this under panel right here, and it's held in by 3 bolts, and it is a T20, I believe. Let me see, T15, I'm sorry. So there's 1, there's 2, and then there is 3, if y'all can see that right there. So what we're gonna do is just unscrew these. Also wanted to let you guys know, anytime you're doing any kind of electric work on your car, please disconnect the battery, specifically just the negative terminal. You don't want to fry anything or accidentally blow any fuses. And after you do that, this panel, kind of just pull it out. Well, it has the OBD connector to it. Now you can release it from here, so that way you can put this panel to the side, but I just worked with it like this. So if you guys, now it may be a little dark, I apologize, but the wall I was talking about, or the hole I was talking about in the firewall where you can feed your whole your trigger wire through, is up there, as you can see. So I ran trigger wire in there, then up through here, which I can lead up here. And if you want to remove the headlight switch, all you got to do is put it in the off position, push it in, slightly tilt it to this position, and then it just pulls out. So you can just disconnect, and then I broke my tab, but there's a tab right here. You just pinch the tab in and it comes out. So another thing you're going to want to do to help you is you're going to want to remove this cover right here, and this is going to be access to your fuses, just so you have more room to work with. Now, as far as wiring goes, what I did is I just tapped into my low beam bulbs. That way it can come on with my low beams whenever they come on. But in the instructions that I will be posting a link to, you're actually supposed to get them into slot number 5 right there. I don't know if you guys see that number 5 slot in that bottom corner. So what you would do is you would just put an end, one of those, I don't know what the exact term for it is, but one of the, like, if you can see how these are, so you would add one of those ends to the trigger wire, and then you would put it into slot 5 right here in the corner, and that's how it should be. So for me, I couldn't find these little ends right here to make this and slide it into there, and I was being like super impatient, so I just tapped into my low beam bulbs, and it's been working for me so far. Now I would recommend doing it like this. If you can, go ahead and do it the proper way and try to get it into that number 5 slot right there. But like I said, the way I did it works for me. I still have my automatic functionality, and then the crazy thing is, even though I have it tapped into my low beams, when my lights automatically come on, when my low beams automatically come on, it actually does not come on with my low beams. I still have to go all the way out here to get my fogs to come on, which is actually fine by me. So, but yeah, that's how I wire them. And then, you know, putting everything back together is just reverse of everything I just showed you guys. All right, guys, so finished pot up, and you can see the LEDs are looking good. Now, I wasn't able to do the headlight bulbs because of that special clip, but I have it on order,